The Sirius Controls Fusion 2 or Comet pumps are extremely durable, but like all things with moving parts, they eventually need to be rebuilt. In this video, we will demonstrate how to rebuild a soft seat pump. Before working on the pump, turn off the power to the pump at the master switch or disconnect the batteries. Turning the controller off is not sufficient. Ensure that the process valves are closed before disconnecting or working on the chemical pump. Bleed pressure slowly from the suction and discharge lines before disconnecting. Remove all necessary fittings to gain access to do a rebuild. Now, let's proceed with rebuilding the pump. The fluid end is labeled suction and discharge as reference. The suction and discharge check valve fittings can be loosened while the fluid end is attached to the pump. Loosen and remove the two bolts on the side of the pump that hold the fluid end on the pump body. Slide the fluid end and seal bushings off the piston to gain access to change the primary and secondary seals. Unscrew the old suction and discharge check valve fitting assemblies from the fluid end. Remove the primary seal from the fluid end by using a pick. Be careful not to scratch any surfaces of the fluid end. Sirius Controls provides a simplified rebuild process through its soft seat pump rebuild kit. Start the replacement by having the new assembly parts available. Apply some anti-seize compound onto the threads and install the new suction and discharge check valve fitting assembly onto the fluid end. Ensure the O-ring does not fall out of place. A new primary seal can be installed by gently pressing the primary seal into the fluid end. The springs of the primary seal should not be visible once installed. Install the new primary and secondary seal bushings, along with their O-rings, onto the pump piston. Slide the fluid end back on the piston. Ensure the suction fitting on the fluid end is facing downwards. Fasten the two bolts on the fluid end evenly by alternating sides during tightening to secure the fluid end onto the pump body. Torque these bolts to 40 foot-pounds. Torque the suction and discharge check valves on the pump to 40 foot-pounds. Reassemble the fittings and equipment and put them back on the pump. Open the necessary process valves. Power to the pump can be turned back on to get it back to its operating condition. Prime the pump for 2 minutes before operation. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or need technical assistance, please contact us through the details flashed on the screen.